the Virginians would like to know a little bit about your mission here and what we can do to be of help to you, or what you would hope we could do for you.
The Methodist Church in Cambodia has just gone through a very significant transition last September, a few months ago. For the first time, we now have a mission superintendent who is Cambodian. So the entire cabinet is now Cambodian, 11 district superintendents and a mission superintendent who is also Cambodian. Our bishop is the bishop in Singapore. He comes for meetings, but essentially the whole ministry here is managed and run, administered by the Cambodian mission superintendent. Now, our program under the GBGM UMC office are of different kinds. We have ministry with women, ministry with men, ministry with children, ministry with youth. There's a community health and agriculture development. There is ministry with street children. There's Faith Engine program, which is a vocational training program for youth who are unemployed or unschooled or have been rejected in other programs, and that makes them very qualified to enter into our program, vocational training program. Our first need, of course, is continuing prayer for our staff and for our missionaries, as well as the people of Cambodia, as we seek to find ways to participate in the healing of this nation, which underwent some horrific experience in the recent past. We are very grateful because there is a growing interest in the restoration of education. Many more parents are really sending their children to school. And now we are graduating some very qualified young people who could attend university. So scholarship program is actually one of the great needs. We are already sponsoring about over 60 young people through university. We think that this is one of the best ways we can participate in the transformation, not only of the church, but of the country. And we are supporting essentially over 500 children through school. We help them with uniforms, we help them with food, nutrition, we help them with crayons and school supplies, and we help them with continuing Christian education available during the week. So we would like for our friends in the U.S. particularly to pray for us as we strengthen the educational program of the church as well. So Christian education is one of the programs that we try to strengthen. We sponsor Christian education. That's a program under our care. So producing curriculum materials, training Sunday school teachers. We also pray and hope that one of these days, hopefully very soon, there will be a deeper understanding of Christian education as a program not only for children, but for adults as well. Our ministry with men is a new program. The U.S. churches have been a participant in making possible retreats for the Methodist men, and almost every year now we've been having retreats or training programs for the Methodist men. The Methodist women, of course, continue to help, to seek help, because it has training programs throughout the year that empowers our women to be effective mothers and women in their homes, in the churches, and in the larger community. We are also hoping and praying that one of these days soon we will be able to develop a whole campsite or conference site for the use of children, women, and youth, and the men. Because right now there's no place where our people can gather for training that could house more than 250 people. And our youth camps can easily be peopled by 500 young people, but we do not have a place where we could gather as many as 500 people. So we have already put a down payment for a piece of land in Mundulkiri, one of the most beautiful places in Cambodia and on the earth, as far as I'm concerned. And it's up in the hills, and where it's cool and where it's quiet, and it would be a terrific place for the gathering for the youth, children, women, and men. We hope to be able to completely pay for 2 parcels of land there. We think we will be able to pay it now, the first parcel of land, but there's an adjoining piece of land that we still need to purchase. And then later on, we want to buy another piece of land down where it's closer to the town, where a church could be built and possibly a dormitory for university students when the university is already established in Mundulkiri. Please pray also for us as we find ways to support the mission superintendent who's there now. He's new, he's very capable, but there are so many needs in the entire country. We need to help raise the pastors of the pastor's salary. It's one of the greatest needs here. It's not such a big amount, but it has to be raised because because the economy is such that it becomes very expensive to sustain families, and our pastors are mostly married people with children. So we need to find ways to enable them to do their ministry, but somehow this modicum amount of salary that they receive every month should be met. And the United Methodist Church, along with its partner agencies, are among the ones trying to raise funds for pastoral salary. We are encouraged by the fact that our churches are now raising so much through the church offering. Every year the church offering increases, but every year the cost of living also increases, and the cost of ministry also increases along with it. So if when we are asked what immediate areas of need we have, one of the things that we mention immediately is, of course, help for our pastors, and because these pastors are the ones leading their lay people in the starting of new churches and congregational development.